Today's episode of The Pop of Culture is going to be about a tweet that I feel misrepresented James Charles intentionally.
Could somebody please make it make sense?
Hey everybody, welcome to A Pop of Culture. I am your host, the Esoteric and Facetious, and this is A Pop of Culture, which is my video essay podcast where I speak on pop culture, social justice, and the human experience from a Black, bisexual, linear perspective. Everything, and I mean everything I say should be taken with a grain of salt, as I'm simply a college student with access to a recording device and the internet. With that being said, my youth shouldn't be your sole reason to critique my views unless it's truly relevant. If you disagree with anything I say, let's have a civil conversation in the comment section below. I also want to advertise my cover channel, A Pop of Culture Sings, where I sing throwback R&B, contemporary R&B, pop music, whatever I'm feeling, whatever you're feeling. So if you want to be down like Brandy, if you're down with the click, and if you're not down with my RP Aliyah, then definitely feel free to check that channel out. With all that being said, let's get into the topic of this video. In today's video, we'll be discussing a viral tweet that claims that James Charles blatantly lied in his new video, Holding Myself Accountable. The reason why I want to discuss this video and tweet is because I have seen a lot of people on social media using certain clips out of context in order to push a certain narrative. Let's make it clear, I do not support James Charles or anybody above the age of 18 interacting with minors in an inappropriate way. But I'm also against using misleading information to make a point. In this video, I'm going to show you all the tweet that went viral. I'm going to show you the clips from that tweet, and I'm going to break down why I feel this clip put next to the clip from James's most recent video is misleading. I'm going to do this because I want to spread some awareness of how we can easily be manipulated if we don't look into the things that we see online. So the tweet that went viral reads, James Charles blatantly lied in his Holding Myself Accountable video. Yikes. I'll play the video for you all.
Not even starting, it's really looking, period. Like, I'm actively searching for younger people to be in a relationship with, and I just want to say firsthand that is absolutely not the case. My hope has always been to be in a relationship with somebody around my age or older that I can relate to and that can make me laugh. And unfortunately, I've not been able to find that person yet. I'm not physically attracted to older guys, which sucks. Like, I would date like the absolute youngest, like 18, 19, that looks a little bit old.
There was another clip.
Now let's discuss what this video wants you to believe. This video wants you to believe that James Charles is lying in his newest video when he says he wants someone his age or older. The video does this by showing us a clip where James Charles says that he's not attracted to older guys. So if you look just at this clip, it looks pretty cut and dry. James Charles in one clip says he wants to be in a relationship with someone who's his age or older. And in the next clip, he says that he's not attracted to older guys. How can he want to be in a relationship with someone who's older than him when he's not attracted to older guys? Blatant lies! Or maybe not. If you look at the clip, you notice that you see Ethan Klein and Trisha Paytas in it. After doing some digging, I saw that, of course, this was from their Frenemies podcast. Looking even deeper into the matter, I discovered that this was a clip from Impulsive, which is Logan Paul's podcast. On episode 200, James Charles was featured. This episode was uploaded on July 16th of 2020. In response to Logan Paul asking him, "Are you looking for love?"
Are you looking for love on a long-term,
yes,
like longevity?
Yes.
Because I hear these stories. We talked about it, and like, how is your love life?
James states,
Shit.
Yeah.
Why? Okay, so the thing is, for me, I'm 21, but like I said, I have the mentality of a 40-year-old.
Yeah.
So for me, like, I'm much more mentally and emotionally mature than a lot of people my age. I'm not physically attracted to older guys, which sucks. Like, I would date like the absolute youngest, like 18, 19, that looks a little bit older, or like 24 that like has a young personality.
Okay.
So like, I'm in like a tough situation where like it's really hard for me to find people already that like want to date.
Yeah.
Period. But then a lot of times too, a lot of the guys that I'm attracted to are either like, I had that whole thing with straight guys for a long time. I'm over that. But a lot of the guys that I'm attracted to happen to be like bi or whatever. But a lot of the times, like, they're TikTok boys that like can't just pick up their life and move to LA, or like aren't ready for an actual relationship. Or a lot of times straight guys will still DM me to this day and like be into it. And like, sure, it's a fun hookup. Like, never oppose, but like that never turns into anything real because they're not comfortable enough with themselves to be with an actual guy.
Is that
So what is the difference between the clip included in the tweet and the clip where you see everything that he has to say? In James's most recent video, he says he would be interested in having a relationship with someone his age or older. However, in the Impulsive podcast, James specifically states that he feels he is more mature than a lot of people his age. He says he has the mentality of someone who's around 40 years old. Why is this important? The reason why it's important to include the 40 years old mentality comment in discussions regarding this quote is because when James Charles says he's not into older guys, he is saying he's not into guys that would be around the actual age that he feels he is mentally, meaning people who are in their 40s. He is not saying he's not into older guys, meaning anyone who's above the age of 21. Another issue I have with this clip being taken out of context is the fact that it only includes the lower age in the spectrum that James creates. If you know anything about dating, most people are not only going to date people who are their exact age. Most people are going to date someone who is around their age, where they are going to have similar life experiences and they're going to be in a similar part of their life. Of course, you have outliers where they're a 60 or 50-year-old man who's dating a 30-year-old woman, or vice versa. But most people in general are going to want to date someone who's at a similar stage of life that they are in. In fact, if you look at your parents, most of your parents are probably going to be within a 10-year range of each other, as mine are. Thus, most people, when they are figuring out who they want to date or, are deciding to get into dating, most people are going to form a range of people that they're going to date regarding age. In fact, a common rule of thumb for older people is the idea of half your age plus 7 when figuring out the acceptable age for prospective dating partners. The reason why most people are not dating someone their exact age is because this is going to severely limit the people that they are going to allow themselves to date. If you are 43 years old and you're only going to date people who are also 43 years old, that's a lot less people than if you're going to date people who are like 35 to 49. That's a way bigger range of people. Dating is a numbers game, so people are going to act in their best interest when it comes to maximizing their potential of finding an ideal partner. If we look back at the quote of what James says, we see that he says,
it's like I would date like the absolute youngest, like 18, 19 that looks a little bit older, or like 24 that like has a young personality.
Okay.
So where does the clip become misleading? The clip becomes misleading because when you leave out the fact that James is creating an age range of 18 to 24, and you only include the fact that he says youngest 18 to 19, and when you omit the fact that when he's referring to older guys, that's right after saying people who are 40 years old, you make it look like James is only interested in people 18 to 19 years old, when he explicitly states that that is the youngest that he would date. There is a huge difference between somebody saying that the absolute youngest that they would date is somebody 18 to 19 years old, and someone saying the only people that they're interested in dating are 18 to 19 years old. There is a big difference between somebody saying they are not attracted to older guys in regards to people who are middle-aged and people who are not attracted to people who are at all older than them. I don't necessarily think that this next part is necessary to add, but I'm going to add it for context. One thing I think is essential to understand when looking at this conversation is the difference between straight dating and gay culture and gay dating. When it comes to heterosexual relationships, it is extremely uncommon to see a young woman in her 20s or 30s with someone in his 50s and 60s. I'm not going to say that it's never happened before, and oftentimes when it does happen, it's going to be because the older gentleman is somebody who is affluent. There's somebody who has these resources that they can offer to this woman. Obviously, older and younger people can fall in love, but this is most often the case. However, in the gay community, it is far less abnormal to see these huge gaps in age. In fact, there are some people who are into quote-unquote older guys, as James Charles says, meaning guys who are way older than them, meaning guys that are the age that their father could be or even older. While I wouldn't say it's super common, I do feel like that whole idea of what one would call a daddy is more normalized in gay culture than it is in straight culture. The reason why I think that it's important to note is if I were to ask a cisgender woman who is 21 years old if she's into older guys, I feel like the implication would be be, is she into guys who are in their late 20s or even like 30s? However, if you were to ask a gay man, is he into older guys? I feel like that typically would mean someone who is way older than them. The reason why I think it's important to address this concept is because some people obviously are taking him saying he's not into older guys, meaning he's not into people who are older than him, which I feel isn't the same thing. Now, this video is only here to show why I feel this clip was misleading. I feel whoever made this clip, whoever chose this clip, knew that taking it and clipping certain parts out of it would make it seem worse than it was. Taking a clip where James Charles says he's not attracted to older guys and putting that right next to a clip where he says he wants to be with someone his age or older looks bad if you take out the context of what he literally just said the sentence before. The reason why I'm spreading awareness is I saw this tweet go viral, and I see a lot of tweets like this go viral where something looks a certain way, so people jump onto it and they spread it and they share it. There is a lot of evidence to support that James Charles did interact inappropriately with underage boys, and I think that that's a very important topic to discuss. However, I take issue with people taking clips out of context to try to get a reaction out of people and to try to get engagement on social media. You can make a compelling video about James and the inappropriate things that he has done or sent to underage boys without taking clips out of context. There's enough information out there that you can use that is related to this, that you don't have to take clips that are not related to this and insert them in there. That's what I have to say. Thanks so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know if you believe that this clip and the way that it was edited was misleading, or if you think that I'm, out there, I'm cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs and I don't know what I'm talking about. Love you all. Bye-bye. Thanks so much for watching. Share your thoughts below. Like this video if you like this video. If you made it to this point in the video, comment a thumbs up emoji below or a still here if you are still here. Subscribe if you want to see more, and make sure to hit that bell so you're the first to know when I upload new content. I upload new content every week. And if you're enjoying yourself, and why wouldn't you be enjoying yourself? To the left, there's a playlist of all my video essay podcasts. I have 24 and counting. In the center, there's a button to subscribe if you just haven't had a chance to subscribe and you would like to. And to the right is a playlist of all of my covers and parodies. So if you are wanting to check those out, feel free to do so. And if you want to support me, if you want to support the show, first and foremost, a non-financial way you can support is just through sharing this video. I can make the thumbnails, I can, make the titles, I can do the tags and do keyword research. One of the best ways that I can grow my brand is through y'all sharing this content with other people who like this type of content, because I nor you can control the algorithm, but I can control the quality of the content I make, and y'all can, if you enjoy the content, share with people who can like it, so that way, if y'all are feeling it, it's getting put out there, whether, the algorithm favors it or not. Somebody's gonna see it because you resonated with it and you resonated with me, and now you're sharing it with other people. So if that's a non-financial way you can support the channel, and if you do want to support the channel financially, my Cash App is linked in the description of this video. I'm trying to, upgrade my production quality and just, keep growing and expanding and, doing bigger and better. So if you want to help and support that vision, feel free to do so. All those who donate to the channel will be featured in the credits of all of my videos on both of my channels. Thanks so much for watching. Love you all. Bye-bye. See you next time.